necessary to install Ubuntu Linux on your Windows desktop machines or laptops. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to click on Start down in the lower left. So we click Start. We should be able to install this through the control panel. So the first thing we need to do is type CONTROL and then click Panel, and it'll come up here as a desktop app. Some of you might have this pinned and have easier access to the control panel. If you're comfortable getting to it, that's all we're looking to do here. In the upper right, we will select large icons. And here are your choices, large or small. We'll pick large icons. Then we will come down to Programs and Features and click that. On the left, we have Turn Windows Features On or Off. I'm going to select that. It will bring up this window in the center of your screen. We will scroll down towards the bottom and look for the option Windows Subsystem for Linux, and we want to make sure that is checked. Say OK. And if you don't have it checked and you have to check it, it's going to take a few seconds to install it. Once you say OK, then it's going to prompt you to reboot. It's important that you reboot before proceeding. So go ahead and take care of that step and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you. Now, I assume everybody has the Windows Subsystem for Linux installed through the control panel. This is great. We will now proceed to put Ubuntu on our desktops or our laptops. So we will once again click on Start. A lot of you might have the Windows Store pinned. I can see it was recently added to me right there. If you type in WINDOWSSTORE, it will bring up the Windows Store. So go ahead and click that. The search, we are going to type Ubuntu and the first app. It's a free app. It's got a very, very high rating. So go ahead and type get. And it's going to work on installing this. And this might take some time. So I'm going to go ahead and halt the video, and I will get back to the installation process once this download has happened. Okay, now we have Ubuntu installed. We have the option here now to launch it, or we can pin it to the start. You would also possibly have gotten a sys-tray notification saying the exact same thing. At this time, I'm going to click Pin to Start. I'm not going to launch it just yet. I will launch it through the Start menu in a second. Before proceeding, I wanted you to look at this on your screen. This really kind of goes through the instructions that we just discussed and displayed. If I click More here, this is some further install information. Hopefully we don't need to do anything like this. This install should be pretty straightforward, but I wanted to bring this to your attention anyway. So right on the Microsoft Store page under the description, it's got a better explanation of the different ways we can do this. So that being said, I'm going to close the store and I'm going to click on the Start menu again. I now have Ubuntu. It's under Recently Added. It's also been pinned on this machine, so I'm going to go ahead and select it. And it's going to go through this preparation where it actually unwinds and installs the OS, and this will take some time. We now see enter new Unix username. Don't be discouraged by the word Unix there. This is Linux. They probably took this login installer and tried to make it historic and tried to replicate an initial Unix environment, but we are using Linux. However, I might as well say this now, The command syntax between Linux and Unix are very, very similar. They're referred to as POSIX, P-O-S-I-X type operating systems. So when you learn Linux, you will also be learning Unix at the same time. There is quite a bit of difference, but in this class, the knowledge will be interchangeable. So know that Ubuntu is Linux. It's not a version of Unix, even though it says so here. For the username, I don't really care what you use for your username. Be creative, don't use spaces. That'll make life really hard. I'm just going to type my name here for my name. Now it's going to proceed and go through another step, and it's registered that. Now it wants my password, and it wants me to verify it. So it will give you that message saying it's successful. We are now at a Linux prompt. The $sign right here means that we are not in the root of the system. I don't know how clearly you can see this. There's a tilde that's blue right here. That's our path. You will learn what that means in this class. When you see the words G-POW, that's the name I gave this laptop. So it takes your host name of the Linux subsystem, and it gets it right from your laptop itself. And we just created this username. So all together, that's what's known as our login prompt. And we are all set. And if you take a screenshot of this window right here, I'll know that you've got your access set up, and we can proceed next week and start digging into Linux. Congratulations. Thank you.